welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and another episode of D&D with the boys. Last episode, they escaped from the Sahuagin fortress, and now they were on their way back to Saltmarsh, but in the meantime, they all got to level up. So I'm going to ask real quick what you all got at level 8 that I need to know about that is ridiculous that I'm going to have to deal with. So, Goldie, you said you were taking...
Yeah, I upped my dexterity and my constitution.
Okay. Was there anything else you got as a rogue at level 8? Because I didn't look.
No. Not at 8.
Not at 8. Okay. Ordo, what about you? What did you get?
I'm lucky.
You took lucky. That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. And the only other thing I got is my challenge rating for creatures is now up for the destroying them with my divinity.
Turn the undead. Gotcha. Gargle, what about you?
I'm going to hold off on saying what I did until my downtown activity.
Okay.
So good.
That seems bad.
Woody. I nearly went with mobile, but I was afraid that you would literally quit the game or kick me out or something.
Nope.
Because, I could use more movement,
No, I'm just going to start, only giving you guys, challenge rating 20 monsters.
And free disengage, Yeah. But I decided, no, that wouldn't be fair. So I just put 2 more into dexterity, so it puts me at a 20. So I up my AC 1 more, too.
I thought about taking one of the feats that would up my AC, too.
So your AC is now what?
21.
21. That's stupid. Okay, Felicia, what did you do?
I got a new spell. I know Lightning Bolt, and I've got more sorcery points in the spell slots and things. And then I chose to go with the feat, Elemental Adept.
Elemental Adept.
Yeah, the concept is that you pick a kind of damage, and I'm going to choose lightning because it works for the witch bolt and it works for this, and it makes it so that anybody who is resistant to that damage is no longer resistant when I'm using it, and then it allows whenever I roll a 1 on damage, it instantly reverts to a 2. So I can't get lowest possible. My lowest damage possible goes up.
So it's if you're rolling 4d6, you can't roll a 1 on any of the d6.
Not a single one of them, no.
Okay. All right.
So the lowest you would have on a 4d6 would be 8.
Yeah.
Instead of 4.
Exactly.
Okay. Again, only
But if you rolls 4 2s, it's still 8.
So
it's still 8. Yeah. That's now my new
roll 4 6s. It doesn't change it either.
And Gordon is right. Lightning bolt is tricky. The chances of friendly fire are real. It's a straight line, and it's 5 foot wide. Anybody in that line.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So when John,
are you really?
When Felicia says duck,
history says
Ordo,
differently.
Ordo is there for any innocent bystanders. The rest of you,
strangers, he's just have some heals.
Yeah.
Any innocent bystanders will be protected.
No, he's doing fine.
You guys, you're on your own.
Yeah, so that's my feat. I chose not to take the ability modifier bonus points.
Okay. All right. Well, I think with that, we are ready to get going. So I can bring up the map, but yeah, you guys are rolling back into Saltmarsh in the evening. As you approach the dock, it's clear people have been on the lookout for you, and there clears to be some response as you guys come up to the dock. What would you like to do as you approach the town of Saltmarsh, or would you like to do anything?
Should we go
before we dock?
Asking, do you want to are you going to go on the boat? What are you going to do?
Them kisses.
So I would like to say that as we've been sailing, I have not come out of my quarters. I've just been in there by myself.
Well, seeing as you refused to take quarters and you were bunking with all the crew,
Oh, that's right.
well,
Well, then
that doesn't really work very well.
I'm in my hammock bed, and I'm just like
you've cocooned.
I've cocooned myself from the rest of the world.
Okay. As
Now,
the
the slaves that we rescued, we didn't bring any back with us, right?
So,
Two
No, they ran off.
lizard
Right?
They
folk.
ran off. I'm just double checking.
Two lizard folk. I thought.
Yeah.
Came
Okay.
with us.
Yep.
yes. So, Borgus, the Lacanth that you were with, and Kiss, Gargle's cousin, both
He's
came
nuts.
back with you guys.
Okay.
And as did the two lizard folk after seeing Ordo. And basically, yeah, they decided to stick with you because there was another lizard folk with you. The other hobgoblins and orcs ran off into the swamp.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So you have, in addition to your own scouting, whatever you can get out of these people to help tell your story
And
when you get back.
Excellent cartography from Ordo that we have.
Yeah, true.
Excellent cartography.
I think the blue is land.
So yeah, so I guess that's my question. Before you guys roll into town, is there anything you would like to do?
No, not me. Sorry.
Okay. So the captain has abandoned his post, is what you're telling me, Gargle.
I mean, yes, I have not been captaining. I've been preoccupied in my own thoughts.
I would like to find a random hat and go up to the ship's bow and just pretend I'm the captain.
That's fine. I would imagine like some crew probably even tried to tell me, and I just kind of waved them off.
Okay.
Wow.
So, all right. So as you guys roll in, like I said, that there were people on the lookout for the ship returning, and there appears to be a small party gathered and waiting for you at the dock, including your old friend Sabine and a couple other guards, as well as Blaine, who's the typical dock worker that you guys have talked to on multiple occasions, and they are all waiting for you guys to come back to town. And they, when you sail up, they basically hail friend, and you guys respond, or do you just stay on board?
Alec is not on deck, right? So it's up to us.
He says he's not. So
Okay.
Not currently.
We have returned, friends. We've returned.
excellent. I know that I've already sent runners to gather the council. They wanted to speak with you as soon as you returned. This is Sabine.
Yeah. Oh, Sabine.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Sabine. The council needs to hear of what we've discovered.
All right. So are you guys going to go get Gargle, or are you going to depart without him?
As they're talking, I walk off the ship and walk right past them to the tavern.
So you're going to walk all the way around town.
Which tavern, actually?
Yeah, which tavern are you going to here, Gargle?
The Empty Net, our one that we usually go to.
Yeah, the one with the lady bartender who I call Mommy.
Yeah. Sure.
You're not like a trance
As he
or
goes
anything,
by, I grab Sabine. I say, "Just quick stop first."
You don't have to follow me.
Absolutely, I'm following you.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, we'll be this.
So
this quickest of
Gargle,
moments.
like they're wanting to go to the council hall, and Gargle just ignores everyone and is. So how did the rest of you react to Gargle just taking off through town? Felicia appears to be following him. What's everybody else?
I'm also telling Sabine about the 4 people we brought back with us, and that if she could help escort them to the council meeting because they have important information that they will want to impart. Can she escort them safely there?
She agrees quickly to do that. Although Kiss, also seeing Gargle wander off, is going to follow Gargle instead of like, I need to see what's going on. So
I'll tell her, I'll take him. Yes, I've got him.
So he starts off quickly after Gargle, trying to see what's going on. And as he's, Gargle, wait, Gargle, where are you going?
I'm going where Felicia's going, and they're going to a bar. So of course
So obviously you're
Well,
following.
did Gargle tell you that he was going to? Did you tell them you were going to the Gargle?
No, I didn't say anything. I just am
just
heading
started
in
walking.
that direction.
Right, well, I go with Felicia though.
I am, as we walk, I'm on the lookout for a certain kind of person. I've caroused, I've gambled, I've gotten drunk. I know this town a little bit at this point. I'm looking for someone that I would consider to be a talented bard. So I'm just watching for a bard as we're anyone that I'm like, oh, that's so, and just anybody I see on the fly as we go along.
Okay.
I'm
Woody
looking
and
for
Ordo. What are you guys
someone
doing?
might recognize.
I am torn, and I wind up just following the lizard folk to the council.
Okay, so you're going to the council. Woody,
Guess
what are
I'll
you doing?
Go to the
Oh, and I
council.
make sure that Ordo's got the maps he was drawing.
Okay. Woody, what are you doing?
I guess I'll go to the council.
Okay.
I don't
So
like leaving Gargle, but
so Woody, Ordo will come back to you guys as you guys head to the council meeting to meet with the council, because there'll be a bit of a delay there anyway. Kish, Goldie, and Felicia are following Gargle, and Kish continues to holler at his cousin, stop, what is going on? And trying to get your attention. Do you speak to your cousin, or do you just keep ignoring him?
I am not going to say anything to anyone until I get to the bar and sit down.
Well, so he's running to catch up with you and tries to get in front of you. What do you do?
Okay, I mean, if he like blocks my path, I would start talking to him.
Well, he does, and he's like, what is happening? What is wrong? What is going on?
I just I had this vision of what the world was like, from the fishing village with Pa, and he told me about war and stuff, so I knew everything wasn't perfect, but I thought I had this feeling that people were inherently good, and I didn't know about slavery and all this terrible stuff that I've seen since I've come to this city and I've started going on these adventures, and it is just, I just need some time to think about what this means.
Gargle. I always felt that my uncle protected you too much from some of these things, but not all things are bad. Obviously, you've been the Sahagin. They are definitely evil creatures, and at least this group anyway. I won't speak for all, but you can't use that to judge everyone.
I'm not trying to judge everyone. I'm disheartened that so many people do evil things. It's just, what is the point of righteousness if no one else recognizes it or rewards it or even cares?
We're all listening, right? We're all hearing.
I would assume, yeah, he stopped him. So yeah, so you guys easily could have caught up.
I'm trying to make sure Goldie stays nearby. I'm just keeping, I don't know, maybe holding his tail or whatever.
Yeah, because I want to go.
I say at this point, I just say, oh, I don't know. I'll be fine. I just need some milky.
Well, then come, cousin. Let's have a drink, and then we'll deal with this council and stuff when you're ready. So your cousin turns to walk with you, and
I'm gonna hold Goldie back just for a split second, so that out of earshot, I tell him, it sounds a lot like the experience that you and I went through on those slaving ships that we burned, and our feelings. Maybe Gargo would appreciate knowing that you had some of the same misgivings about the ills of this world.
Yes.
Maybe you should consider regaling him at some point with your own experience.
Well, then the best way to do this is over drink.
You're so wise.
Yeah.
Right. So
do I see any bards along the way or hear any music?
You do not.
En route? What?
No.
Okay. Shit. Thoughts. Having thoughts.
No bard for you, at least not at the moment. It's pretty late. So,
and what about in the tavern?
So we're getting there. So I assume, are you guys going to Gargle, are you headed to the closest tavern, or are you headed to the one that you usually go to?
I would go to the one that I usually go to, the one I'm comfortable with.
Okay.
That's the one with
Milky.
yeah, with what's her name? The bartender.
With Allie, yes.
Yes, yes.
All right. So you guys proceed to the empty net. Let me get where's the empty net?
What's your name again?
Allie.
Really?
Allie.
Allie, yes. Yes, Goldie. The only person that's interacted with her the most.
Write that down.
For her name.
I get alleys in every port. What?
So when you guys enter the empty net, it is mostly deserted at the moment. There are 3 guys kind of standing that are at the bar that seem to be, pretty well into the cup and talking to Allie. The only person from the bar that you've seen is Allie, and she seems to be mostly kind of ignoring their rambunctiousness. And she sees you guys come in and says, "Have a seat anywhere, gentlemen. Have a seat."
We wave her. Come see us when you have a chance. My friends and I need some
Libations.
Yeah.
So if she comes around, like the end of the bar, the guys at the bar kind of make some rather rude remarks to her as she proceeds, and she just kind of ignores them and keeps going. And she comes over to, what can I get for you, fellas? What can I get?
My lovely Bluebird, could you give us 4 of your best drink?
All right. Well, I assume 2 for you, Goldie, 1 for Felicia, and then 1 for your new friend, and then Gargle, your usual milk.
Yeah, Milky, please. Can you make it a double?
Certainly, Gargle.
1 from each tap.
I noticed no music tonight. Where are all the usual entertainments?
Music in this place? What are you talking about, Felicia? You want music? You got to go to
There's a stage right there, the deck right there.
One thing that happens on that deck is people getting thrown in the river.
I've seen several people bang, so I know more happens here. Whatever.
So, am I sitting closest to?
I don't know. You guys didn't say what table did you take?
Oh, what table?
I would like to take one of the tables closest to the door, and I'd like to sit with my back against the wall, looking out into the bar.
All right. So I'm gonna say Gargle is sitting. You want here or here, Gargle?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So you guys are at this table then, and Gargle can see the rest of the bar. And as soon as Allie proceeds back to the bar, the guys at the bar start making noises again and like giving her a hard time, and she just keeps kind of ignoring them. So, what do you guys? While you're waiting for your drinks, what are you guys doing?
I don't know that I've ever asked, but what is the entertainment like in this place? Is there like
Drinking?
It's just drinking. There's nothing
Drinking
else.
or cards or gambling or whatever.
No billiards, no darts, no nothing. Okay.
No. This is the dive bar of the town. This is not.
Even dive bars have jukeboxes. Damn,
they're true. Yeah.
Not in this world.
I mean, truly, but like something.
People have some wandering bard in the corner.
I'll walk up and pull Allie aside and just ask, like, I'm trying to think, because I mean, at this point, I would have heard or known of a bard or two, right?
We haven't really talked about it, but yeah, I'm sure.
I mean,
when you approach the bar, the 3 you recognize these 3 idiots that have been sitting at the bar drinking as the guys that used to that you gambled with and had ran around with the Ned guy before all of that went down. That were kind of his flunkies here in town, and yeah, they instantly, like, as you're approaching the bar, like, they eyes on you and like, eager for a game tonight, Felicia, huh? Why don't we take your money? Yeah. And like, just, being extremely obnoxious.
All right. Sadly, not tonight, friends. We've just come back to port and are just looking for some good libations and entertainment. Do any of you happen to know of a good musician that was for hire near around?
A musician. I can sing you a song.
So funny. How droll. So I take that as a no.
What? You don't think I can sing?
I'm just looking for good entertainment.
So are you. So are we. Why don't you sit down with us and ditch those friends of yours?
Perhaps after we've celebrated our incredible voyage. It's a story worthy of song, which is what I'm really looking for.
So as you're doing this, Allie comes back to the bar, kind of sits there, kind of slams a cup down on the bar. She's like, all right, enough of that out of you three. And she's like, do you want to pack the drinks back, Felicia? Or I can bring them, certainly.
No, I've got it. You shouldn't bother. Thank you. And I carry him back over.
So, and as you sit down, I said, what the hell's going on with you and
Oh, and I
Bob?"
would pay. Sorry, I would pay her whatever it is.
Right. Okay.
I'll subtract a gold piece or whatever.
Yeah. That's probably like with the money you guys got. I'm not doing
Yeah,
like
it's fine.
I'm just silvers. I'm not
track.
worried about.
So first I ask you, what the hell is you and the issue with Bards?
I haven't said anything about it to you. I've only said it
I
to these people. I've just been looking while we've been walking.
Oh, okay.
I haven't said anything
Right,
a lot, so you wouldn't have noticed anything. Just me mumbling with them and then coming back and with our drinks. That's it.
Right. I don't give you a sideways look or anything.
I mean, I'm always up to something.
All right, so
I would have told Allie, like, if she knows of anyone, like just of any local musicians, anyone that's around and about these days looking for a little coin, send them my way.
Well, she would have, if you said that to her, she would have asked, like, are you speaking tonight or just in general?
Certainly, sooner is better, but at any point, certainly, if they're staying here nearby or you know of, that's good news to me.
Well, I was going to say any the ones I know of that are working are probably at the what is the other bar's name? You got trying to remember now what the other was the Empty Net, and then there was the Snapping Line usually has a bard or a musician or two for their dinner guests, but no one over here tonight, at least.
All right. And do they have like a? This is just a bar, right? There's no hotel portion or anything, right?
Yeah, you guys. There's rooms above.
Okay, so
You stay
You guys stayed here.
all right. Yeah, so is there like a stable boy, like runner kid?
where's this going?
Around? I'm talking to her. I'm just talking to her. I'm
No,
trying to.
first you ask for a room, not a stable boy.
Not like that. Not like that. I'm just looking for someone I can put money into their hand and have them run over and see who's playing, and then come back and tell me who's playing.
Oh, okay, that's what you're telling. That's what you're going with. Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody at the moment.
Okay. All right, never mind. Back and seated with our drinks.
All right.
All right, so
Gargle, I assume this is the position Gargle is in at the table, and he's so Felicia's returned with your Melky Gargle. Are you just gonna?
Yeah, the first one is like down in one.
I'm still holding mine up like I was about to cheers, and I'm like,
And then I kind of just
Allie,
like
seconds.
stare into the second one.
I love how it's just milk, though.
So, all right. So we're all sitting there, right? And John did his thing, so we're done with that. So I drink my 2 drinks. Well, I'm on my second. It's been a while, and I look over to Gargle down in his Milky and just looking. I guess you're just sitting there, just looking into the bar with your back to the wall. So I'm saying, I'm asking you, hey, what's the problem? What's the issue?
I mean, I feel like I laid it out a little bit on our walk over here.
Yeah, but you were talking to your bro. You were talking to your cousin. You weren't talking to us. I was.
You were
held
here.
back.
You heard him.
Yes, I know. But I wanted him to talk.
It's just the world is a more messed up place than I thought it would be, and I am just questioning some things about me and my decisions, and just trying to kind of like tell myself that it's still worth saving and not burning to the ground.
I'm like, you're not going to believe it. We've all been there. I mean, what Felicia and I have seen through the years on our ships and our travels, we've all felt the same way.
So
this year, now your eyes are opened up. Now you see what's exactly going on.
Ignoring it doesn't make it go away.
Well, then you need to do something. Do something about it then. If you feel whatever you can do to help, and what you're doing right now is you're helping it. We just freed a whole bunch of slaves. We took down a whole bunch of shenanigans, whatever those are. But, I mean, you're doing your part to change it.
Yes,
Isn't that
Gargle,
something?
you saved my life, Gargle. If it wasn't for you and your friends, I would still be in a cage and prisoner of those monsters, being ready to fight in their pit.
But you see, this is the issue I'm struggling with. It's not about me doing good or doing bad. Is that like you were there in the first place in a cage getting sent to a pit to fight for entertainment?
Yeah. Unfortunately, for every good person like you, my friend, there are bad people out there as well. You just have to do what you can to make it better.
I don't think you are all understanding what I'm. It's.
So as Gargle pauses in his conversation, he hears Allie raise her voice at the bar. That's about enough for all of you three. It's time for you to leave. Oh, and you hear, oh, come on, Allie. That's enough. We're just having a good time. And go ahead, Gargle.
Imagine one day someone said that there is a new color that you have never seen before. And you look in the sky, and the sky is that color. It is beyond anything that I was able to comprehend of human nature, of in how people treat each other and the world. And it's just really messing with my head in a way that I clearly can't express.
Gargle. Felicia and I have been doing this for years, and we've been pirates. We've been on ships. We've seen slave ships. We've destroyed slave ships. That's all. That was new for us at one time. We didn't understand that was happening, but it is, and we did our part to stop it as much as we could. You, way I hear it and way I understand it, you were very sheltered. And because of that, you didn't see that special color in the sky. I'm sorry to say, so now you have, and I know it's hitting you hard, but it's there. It exists, and you're doing your part to stop it. We went on a mission. We didn't know what we would find. You saw it. It affected you, yes. But what did you do? You tried to stop it. You did. We freed a lot of slaves. Now they're off. They have their lives back. Yes, there's slavery. Yes, it's not right. But you fixed that. You fixed it during this last mission. A very part of it you fixed. You should be happy that you were able to do that. I know that the idea of it happening is hitting you like a rock, but you didn't walk away from it, which is a good thing.
I'm not discounting that we did a good deed by freeing those slaves, but I am saying that we didn't stop the slavers, and they will enslave more people. Even if we kill all of them or stop them or arrest them, there will be other groups and other people doing horrible things.
Yeah, you're right.
What is the point of fighting for the society if the society is broken?
Well,
so then maybe what you're saying, if I'm hearing you, is trying to find a way to better the society in general, because you seem to be stuck adrift between doing nothing or getting involved.
No, I want to do something. I just am trying to decide what path I'm going to take from this point on, because I can continue to be good and righteous and do my part, or, like I said, I can be part of burning it all to the ground.
But couldn't you argue,
Well,
devil's advocate as I usually am, that burning it to the ground is good and righteous?
To step out of character for a moment, I want to make sure that
taken aback by this, but yeah, go ahead.
it is like he's clearly not thinking clearly, right? Like
No.
he is not. He is mentally scarred from everything that he's seen up to this point, and it has broken something within him. I'll say that.
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying it.
It's sort of like you guys talk, but I do feel like Kish is like at this point, like, well, he's like, no, God,
you realize, Gargo, drink does help.
I understand your frustration, but you know, all you can do is try to make it better where you can. And it seems like a nice town. They're looking to stop these Sahagin, and from what you told us on the way back. It seems like multiple species. You got lizard folk and Locants and seals have all come together to hopefully deal with this foe that's doing these horrible things. Doesn't that give you some hope that things are going well or better?
I think he is kind of like shut down for a moment, and he's kind of just like staring off into the middle distance, and he's distracted especially by like the commotion at the bar.
So at that point, you see one of them as Allie starts to bring, because you guys had asked for another round. As she starts to bring you another round, you see one of the guys at the bar like grab her and like pull her back, and she kind of pushes him off. She's like, "Hey, oh, get off me!" And like, "Where you going, Allie?" And like starting to be a little more aggressive with her. It's time y'all left, and so you see that going on as you're sitting there, Gargle.
Well,
okay. At this point, I'm just like watching it with a very close eye, but I haven't reacted to it yet.
Now, I have a relationship with her, right? Because
you're a friend. I don't know what you are. You and Allie are at this point, because you know the truth, and you're the only one here that knows the truth about her. But
so shouldn't
you have a. You're not in a relationship, but
no.
You have a relationship to her. She's not just a bartender.
Right.
You know more about her than anyone else at the table, because you specifically said you haven't told anyone, even Felicia, what you know about Allie. And you know for a fact that these three idiots, if they actually pick a fight with her, are probably dead. Yeah. But you're the only one that knows that.
All right, so I think it's time for a good old bar brawl. So I'm going to get up.
All right, so Goldie's going.
Get ready to do it. Get ready for rolling for your position in the battle. So I'm going to go up to them and ask them. So
when you get up and start approaching, like she sees you coming, and she's like, "I got this, Goldie. It's okay." And yeah, get out of here, you stinking cat. As your kind's not wanted here anyway.
Well, I still go up to the bar and order a drink.
Well, she's like, if you're approaching, like she's on this side of the bar, and they like in a bit of a confrontation with them as you're approaching. So
I asked
not behind the bar.
Right. Okay. So I still go to the bar and lean up to the bar.
Okay, so you're beside the commotion, like looking across the bar.
Yeah, I'm right. I'm right next to him. No problem. Well, okay. Wait. Where is she? Where is she right now?
All right. All right. Miss Allie. the three idiots have kind of surrounded her, and you have approached, and I assume are standing here leaning across the bar like you're going to order a drink to a non-existent bartender. And,
Well, I didn't know where they actually were. So
we got Gargle, Luke is a little darker because we got the colors, and Felicia. Well, you can adjust your position now that you see where they're at.
Yeah.
If you'd like.
So I'll just go to. I'll give me just closer to her.
Well, you're like 2 foot from. I mean, you're like.
Okay, no, that's fine. I
I
didn't know the distance. That's okay.
I don't have squares on this because we
No,
I do this, but yeah, the bar is like 15 feet long total. So yeah, you come up behind her, and that
just lean
when
there.
you approached her behind is when she said, "I got this, Goldie. It's fine."
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm just tired. It's been a long trip.
So they continue to kind of harass her and she's like, "Oi, that's enough!" And she kind of pushes them off, and as she goes to walk by you, the one on the end grabs her again and just kind of spins her around, and she slaps the living piss out of him. So, like, I told you, that's enough. And at that point, he starts to get aggressive, and he kind of pushes her back.
I'm gonna cast minor illusion and make it look like Goldie like roared like the largest lion that you've ever seen possible. Just throw a sound right on top of Goldie that's like a loud lion's roar.
Okay.
It's to see if it intimidates them.
Oh yeah, because they're drunk off their ass. So, give me an intimidation check.
I was gonna say I'll roll an intimidation.
Yeah, give me an intimidation roll. Let's see what kind of sound this actually is.
That's a 25.
Oh yeah, you scared the bejesus out of all three of these idiots. So they instantly
like, what the hell just happened?
Back up, what the hell? And one of them actually bolts and runs. He just
I walk up to stand between them. I walk up and stand between them. I say, "Gentlemen, no need for violence."
How about headed for the door? Do you try to stop this guy?
No. I let him go, and then I walk up to the other two. How about a friendly wager?
What the hell is that? What kind of thing is that?
A wager? Are you?
No, they're
all right, we'll skip that part and move along. I pull out my juggling daggers and I start juggling. So you want me to? I can do a performance check if you want.
Yeah, give me a performance check.
Yeah,
now they're extremely confused. They don't understand what's going on.
It was a 12. It wasn't my best performance, but I'm juggling daggers.
Well, what did you roll?
A 12. I got a 12.
Oh, okay. So you don't drop them, but it's not exactly
I'm not stunning them. No, it's not my best. Not my best roll of my performance.
You're doing this. I want to know what Gargle's doing.
He is kind of too mentally exhausted to engage in this unless he sees something maliciously wrong or evil. He's just seen some drunk guys being jerks. He doesn't have the mental energy to engage with them at this point.
Okay.
So while I'm juggling, I'm gonna try to get over towards the table. I say near that table right there. Yeah.
So you're moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
For every dagger that I am able to hit into that far wall, you owe me a gold. For everyone that clatters on the floor, I owe you one. What do you say?
They're both at this point they're drunk and they're confused and they just got roared at by a light. What are you talking about?
It's either the dagger or the tooth of the lion, gentlemen. What would you like?
I think it's finally time to leave, and they start to edge out.
Nope.
All right, come back again anytime.
Well, no, they're friends. Aren't they friends of the guy?
They're not friends with anybody right now, but the bottle.
Well, they were friends of. You
Well,
know
Nate.
that you have seen them hanging out with that Ned guy. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ned.
I know.
So as they're starting to leave, you guys do anything else? while they leave?
Ta-ta, gentlemen.
I want to grab the last one.
All right.
Grab him by the scuff of the collar.
I'm ready with another roar whenever.
No, I don't need it.
So when you grab a hold of him, he turns on you quickly. What do you want, creature?
I get really close to him. I'm just doing a loud purr growl. I sniff him a couple of times.
Okay.
Slowly. Give him a teethy grin. And what does okay? So far, while I'm doing this, what's his demeanor?
Well, give me an intimidation roll.
You got it.
I was waiting till you got done with what you were doing before I made you roll.
And you tell him about growing up in Scranton.
So intimidation's a +4. Oh, so that's a 22.
Okay, so yeah, he's looking like very between the roar and this like weird approach. He's looking like he just wants to run. He wants his mommy at this point. Yeah. So what do you?
So I asked him. I said 1. Smarten up. I'm looking. I've got your smell. I'll hunt you down like there was no other. 2. Give me a change perks because you haven't tipped Allie for the drinks that she's given you.
So he's like, look, we paid for our drinks.
I didn't hear what you told me. Did you hear what I told you? Give me
he just like takes his bag and like dumps some in your like take some, and he goes to turn it up and dump it in your hand. And
I said, give me your purse.
Jesus, don't push it. Dear Lord.
Give me a purse.
I'll give you another intimidation. One more.
That's a 17.
Yeah, that's still enough. He hands it over, but as soon as you take it, he tries to jerk away from you and run. Do you try to stop him?
Oh, I'm still holding on to him.
Give me a strength check.
All my knives just clatter to the ground and stun. I'll take 1 point of damage.
That's a 15.
Let me see.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, it's a 15.
All right. When he tries to jerk away from me, he is unsuccessful. But at this point, his friend has stopped at the door and is like, "That's enough," and starts to come back. So, and at this point, he is.
I'll walk up and put my hand on Goldie's shoulder. Let's not bloody the floor tonight. I think you've made your point.
So I just give him another toothy smile, another little growl, and I said, "Have a nice night."
And they both glare at you as they leave the bar, unless you try to stop them again.
Nope, they're gone. How much is in the purse?
I go collect my knives. I think
that really helped Gargle's.
I'm usually a darn good juggler.
View on life is you stealing from these. I'm sure that
I'm a rogue thief. I'm a rogue swashbuckler. I don't care.
So yeah, so you got 3 gold pieces and about 6 silver pieces is all you got out of that purse.
All right, so I go to Allie, I give her the bag. I said, how many people? Can I do drinks for everybody?
There's nobody else in this place now.
Oh, hell that.
You just
Drinks for everybody. Keep the rest.
She was like, "You guys are idiots."
I'm gonna go sit. I'm gonna go sit back next to Gargle.
I buy another round. I just give her the pouch. Oh, I order a double milky for Gargle.
All right. So yeah. All right.
So when I sit next to Gargle, I say, so we could have done nothing there. It could have just let it happen.
No.
But instead, used a little time and a little effort and perhaps made somebody's life a little better. it's not necessarily changing the world, but it certainly made a difference for her, and certainly made us feel better.
Yeah, I mean, you can't change the world. You can only change one person at a time, or our little piece that we're in.
Gargle, you got any response?
Perhaps you're looking for a dare to be great situation.
No, he's still kind of lost in thought at this point.
Okay. You guys gonna try to accomplish anything else while you're here, or are we gonna switch to the council hall here at the moment?
Yeah, in fact, like as I finish my second Milky and like they're still kind of prodding me for more information, I just get up and walk out of the bar.
Are we heading to the council, perhaps?
So
no response.
No, I don't answer.
Okay. Well,
if we're passing by the other tavern, I'm going to poke my head in when we go by. So I'm gonna lag to the back so that I'm not necessarily.
All right. So where are you headed,
Right
Gargle?
of our life.
Did you bail out of here? So because they're all following you.
I was gonna say, with my head start, I'm not like trying to slip into the shadows, but would they necessarily be able to follow me, or could I have just disappeared?
Well, you're gonna have to. They're not gonna give you much of a head start, but I mean, as soon as you get up to leave, they're gonna follow. But
well, are they? I mean, Goldie still has drinks coming.
Well, no, I'm absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Kiss is gonna follow you as soon as you go to leave.
Yeah, that's fair.
And we've paid, so it's not like we're.
I mean, there's only
Goldie spent somebody else's money. He doesn't care.
Yeah, but I'm down in those things as soon as they get here.
So Goldie might be behind you, but if you're gonna have to give me a stealth roll if you're gonna try to ditch them.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll do it. Yeah, not intentionally, but I just want to see if like.
What is passive stealth? How do you roll passive stealth?
I don't know. I'll just roll a stealth roll. Okay.
And
it's a 14.
Yeah, that's not enough to. They're not far enough behind you for that though. Okay. For you to slip away.
I mean, there's only kind of one direction to go, so I'm walking. I mean, generally towards the council hall, but not like intentionally, I guess.
Okay.
And do we pass the snapping line? Is that what it's
called?
So
as you guys are walking back, I'm going to jump to the council hall real quick to get what. So when Ordo and Woody, when you guys arrived at the council hall, along with the other with Borges and the two lizard folk who were get back to that section that you guys have discovered, I assume, on the route home, or that at least Ordo has discovered, is Grunta and Bickla's. So
did he say Dickless? I thought
Bick Lowe's.
You know what they say about a guy with big
That
lobes?
is not what I heard.
There you go. Biclog. There you go. Bick Lowe's. Talk to the random name generator. So anyway, when you guys arrive, you're kind of taken to the back room where things usually happen, and slowly but surely the room starts to fill up with the usual assortment of council members, Eleander and Ida and Magistrad and Anders and his ever-present butler, and then
And a kitty.
And the lizard folk warriors come in, and immediately, like, when they come in and see the other two, they immediately dive into a conversation with them, and that about where how they're doing and everything else, because they were a part of that lizard folk group, and then obviously the other Lacanth comes in and starts talking to Borges. And yeah, so just slowly but surely the room starts to fill up, and you're immediately asked by Eleander, "Where's the rest of your crew? Did something happen? Are they okay?" Like to Ordo and Woody.
I'm not sure. I don't think so. And yes.
What?
We're not exactly sure where they went, but I'm sure they're fine. They're in town.
No, so everyone made it back.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, do you know if are they on their way here, or should we get started? It's been a little while. But,
They'll be here at some point in time in the future.
Okay, well,
I think one of them's eating or something.
And if one's eating, there's a gold one that's definitely drinking.
Okay, and given that the two of you are like everyone in the room, about this moment, Lady Blackwood arrives, but everyone in the room is just like, because you are not the two that normally talk or give good information, so they're like, so are you going to give the report on what you found? They look dubious.
What we found, and I meant to mention to you this before. On our way back,
yeah,
I was taking out the necklace and all that type of stuff out of the bag of holding, so that all that's left in the bag of holding is the weapons.
Okay.
So
right.
what we found, I took out the bag of holding and just dump it all.
And as all that's clanking on the ground, I go up
hammers and daggers just go spilling across the floor, and everybody's like jumping up and backing up. What is this? What the heck?
Before he answers, when all that gets on the ground, I go to the wall and go, I have charts.
So before you do that, like literally, I'm picturing like so Woody turns the bag upside down and like just weapons just start falling out of it, and it's just like if you've ever seen like, and then it, like part of the way through it like stops, and then it starts again. And he shakes it, and then it starts again, and just more daggers just keep coming, and it's like and this goes on for like a couple of minutes. Just keep coming out.
Like an old man with a bad prostate trying to urinate.
And then at the end, it's like
in there,
shakes it, and like a couple fall out, and then he shakes it again, and a couple more fall out, and then at some point, Woody just like turns it up and is like, and like one solo dagger just like falls out on the bottom.
Shakes it off.
All right, Ordo. Now, what were you gonna do?
Well, as all that's falling, I just go to a wall and be like, I have charts. And I start putting up the charts that I drew and the maps and everything. And they're the worst stick figure type drawings you've ever seen. And I make a pointer out of a femur. And I'm using the femur as a pointer to show them all the stuff we found and where.
And let me like put this in. Like, so I did not. I should have like I could have like tried to edit. So you guys know, I'm just going to use like what you found, like as an addition to, we'll just flip back and forth. So, how do you start to describe what you found? Are you just like showing them the additions you made to the map here, Ordo, or are you trying to talk them through this? What do
you talk? I'll point.
Okay. We found there was a bunch of them. We didn't see them all, but we heard most of them. We saw a lot of sleeping places. I found all this stuff. So hopefully they don't have as many weapons.
Tell them about the slaves.
I know they don't have as many weapons, but I hope they have a shortage of weapons is what I'm trying to say. There's probably a good reason why we're not the ones that normally talk.
Tell them of the slaves.
Do you want to wait a little bit till the other guys get here?
No, we're doing great.
Okay.
Like the whole room is just like sitting there watching you like.
Well, apparently we have them spellbound.
They're amazed. Look at their faces.
Okay.
Such oration.
And then there's like,
so judging by how many weapons, because there's 4. I think. Let me see. Do you have that on the chart? How many we had? I think I've got it here somewhere, but I just want to make sure.
Why can't I get back to that?
A metric butt ton is what we measured.
So do you have like, you say you knew what kind of
Oh
estimate
yes,
do you
there's
have?
48 war hammers and 70 daggers. So I mean, I don't know if they had like both or like some combination. But,
And Woody went into
if
one
you determine
room.
separately, that's like over 100 people.
Yeah, and there was one room that had like 40 in there, all fighting a fight or something. Didn't you see?
Yeah.
So the other lizard folk like try to help, like the
Thunderdome.
slaves, and they're like, yeah, there were some weapons on the first floor that when we were trying to get out of there that we didn't take it by that room, but there's another room with more weapons there, and and they're just making it more confusing as they try to talk.
Once we get through talking, and everyone's kind of still silent, I go, "Do we need to go over it again?"
Oh yeah, they had like a Thunderdome.
At this point, like Eleanor's like, maybe we'll wait for the others to arrive, but thank you for the report.
But you guys can use these for to arm our guys.
I will ask you one.
And you can have these charts.
So how did you get in? Like, which way did you go? What were the entrances like?
Open
At the front.
At this point, they're just like,
we came in low and at the back.
Underwater.
It was tight. It was tight.
Yeah.
It was much
they're all
more
just
open
like,
up there.
yeah, we're gonna wait for. I think we'll wait for the others. And Eleanor goes back to Sabine. Sabine, find the others. And so Sabine heads back out of town. And at this point, we're gonna jump back to the crew wandering town. So where are you guys at currently?
That was hilarious.
So
That may have been the best thing we've ever done on this show.
I mean, there's got to be some reason why I have a charisma of 6.
Playing that character sheet.
Oh, that was really better than I expected, actually.
Oh, so good.
It was quite good. So where are the rest of you at this point?
I'm just following until we get to the snapping line.
So I'm going to say, Gargle, I assume you went back across the bridge?
Yep.
And then where did you head?
I guess for the sake of John's story, I will have Gargle turn right towards.
Well, the snapping line's like right there, isn't it? Right across the bridge.
It
It's a few
is
buildings down, I think.
13. So it's like right here. So
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter which way you go. I'll be able to dart. I'm just listening for sound, and then I might duck away.
Oh yeah, I mean all roads lead to the same place, so I guess it doesn't really matter where I go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So are you gonna so Gargle's walking and you will walk by the snapping line. So what do you do, Felicia?
I duck in and see who's playing or if I recognize any musicians.
There's no musician.
This town sucks.
So
There's no nightlife.
there's no one playing at the moment, but there does appear to be like someone sitting over like where there's usually like a bard or somebody that maybe they're on break or something. But it does appear like that somebody has been maybe playing. So,
But nobody I notice or recognize or have a
you don't see anyone at the moment, no.
Nobody I
Well, seeing
recognize.
as you guys have not tried to have the nightlife other than to go drink solitarily at the other bar. Yeah, you don't really go to these.
Oh, I've gone out gambling and at several places, including this one, the snapping line.
So you don't see that. You see that it appears like somebody has been playing music, but they're not standing there at the moment. When you
All right, and I wouldn't know. It's not somebody I would recognize sitting in the crowd where I'd be like, "Oh, there's Bill."
You don't see him at the moment, no.
Okay, all right. Fuck you all.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck me. Fuck you.
I'll try to catch back up if I
You're
can.
not so bad.
All right. So Gargle, as you're leading this troop, you're going past the council hall. What are you going to do?
I'll go in.
All right. So as you're coming out, or as you're going by, Sabine comes out. Oh, there you are. Thank goodness. I mean, we got the report from. We need you. Come. So she grabs. Oh, where's Felicia? And Goldie, did you notice that give me a perception check from Goldie and Gargle. Did you notice where Felicia went, or did you not?
I would say
Gargle probably did not.
I was going to say, even if Gargle did, he does not care right now.
Yeah, my perception is it was a 1.
Okay, so neither of you know where Felicia went. So how far behind them are you, Felicia?
Clearly not long. I looked in, didn't see anybody playing, didn't
You
recognize
didn't
any
ask any
musicians.
questions either, did you?
No, I did not.
So
I mean, you can't. You got to forget. I just did a whole round by myself, plus the Milky, because they all took off.
all right, so like quickly she sees you coming from just behind them, Felicia, and is like, oh, thank goodness. Come quickly. And so she leads you all into the council hall where you see. So when you walk into the council hall, like the room is very crowded because like there's a ton of people in there, but they're all just like, you see Ordo is still like gesturing at the map like randomly, and Woody's going like, we went in the back door, we went, and like,
And there's just knives all over the floor.
I trip over a warhammer. I'm like, oh god,
on the table.
the
I showed
warhammer
him the weapons we
blocking the
found.
door we push open.
So that is the scene you walk into, and what and you just see when everyone looks up and sees the three of you come in, they're all like, oh, thank goodness. Gargle, Felicia, Woody is Ida's at the head of the table. Woody and Ordo have been telling us about your adventure. Please come and expand if you would. Fill in some details.
I showed them all the weapons.
And I pointed.
I'm
Told
assuming
them-
Gargle does not volunteer to go up there.
I don't know. What does Gargle do when
No, not at the moment. I'm just kind of hanging back.
And then she'll walk to the, I don't know, the amazing display of hammers and maps. This is like a Parks and Rec presentation.
clearly.
Let's see. What would she say?
Felicia, we have several questions based on what we've heard from Ordo and Woody. First of all, would you care to explain how you guys got into the fortress? How you entered?
Through the back door.
Underwater.
Good
We
work,
went
gentlemen.
down
Good
and
work.
we went in. We had to force it open, but we pushed through and made it in through the back door.
So I hold up the map that they gave us and point to the underwater entrance that we used.
Right.
We decided as a team that the best entrance was underwater, and we chose to enter through this route and then begin our exploration of this incredibly massive facility.
That's what I said.
So was it this entrance? Was it guarded? What did you run into?
We did find resistance all through this
Back door.
fortress. They thankfully at the time, the main guard of this gate was a rotting carcass of a, what was it, an eel? I don't remember.
An eel. So yeah. So
An
this
eel.
had been a reminder, like when you guys came in this way, that they had actually thought they'd blocked this off, but you guys
Right.
reopened this. So the Sahagin don't know this is open.
Right. I am unsure if this entrance is still hidden or if our journey through the fortress made them aware of its existence. But we later escaped through the front entrance, so have explored a large portion of this fortress.
That's what I said.
Yes,
I will
but-
say we narrowly escaped several key moments, and I myself am still shaken by the experience. And if it were not for the brave leadership of our captain, I know we would not be here to speak of this.
Well, we expect nothing less from Gargle at this point. He's shown excellent leadership at this point. At the
You
mention
would-
of your name, Gargle, do you react or you just sit there?
Yeah, I kind of pipe up and I say, it doesn't really matter like how we got in. What matters is that we know where they are. There's a lot of them. Just go set fire to it.
Well,
He's right. The injustices happening there. Gargle, you speak truth.
well, if we're going
They are astonishing to both man and beast. They are truly monsters in every capacity, and I think all of us are shaken to our core by what we experienced there.
so at this
Oh.
point,
That's what I said.
the two lizard folk that have been start speaking in Draconic to Ordo and basically telling him to like relate that, like, on top of this, that how they sunk the island was they did some kind of ceremony where they sacrificed a whole bunch of the slaves to like sink the island, and so to their god, that they're basically just confirming how evil these things are, and only Ordo and the other two lizard folk understand this, but one of the others, like, who can speak common, starts to relate what they're telling is like the conditions within. So do you have well, obviously our plan is to attack at the first opportunity as soon as we're ready based on your intel. We definitely want to come up with a proper plan. So sounds like we definitely want to try to send forces in multiple entrances at a time. What kind of numbers do you expect in terms of resistance?
A lot. Like I said.
Yes, Woody, but more exact if you could.
More than one, less than 1,000.
I would say more than 100, less than 1,000.
So I point to the portion of the map where Ordo was doing tallies, and I don't know necessarily how accurate they are. But I also describe, there were many, and you would face even more were it not for several key engagements we had with the enemy in order to facilitate the freeing of so many slaves and the escape with our lives.
God, I'm hot right now.
Captain Gargle led us through this experience with absolute fortitude, and I'm just very grateful for what he was able to accomplish, freeing so many innocent victims and putting to rights so many wrongs.
So
Don't patronize me.
Slaves.
I can roll performance on this if you want.
yeah,
I'm nailing this.
give me a performance check here as you go.
Is that what it is, or is it? It's not deception because I'm not lying. I'm just
no, you're trying to. It's
persuasion.
No, I think
Persuade.
it's performance. You're putting on a
Yeah, I
performance.
think a performance.
I think it's a performance.
That's a
We
19.
freed tens of slaves.
19.
19. Okay. Well, you freed 12 plus the sea lion. So yeah. So in terms of, did you find what you felt like is? So they started asking you some questions about like how many actual weapons beyond what you took did you find, which you guys should have had counts on. But so, and then they also like, what kind of defenses did they have at the? You said you went out the other entrance.
There's a big one there.
Well said, Woody. They had a gate that they could lower and raise, as well as a net trap. Yes, right there at the entrance.
It's a portcullis.
And many guards. Yes, thank you. See, this is exactly what we needed in the moment.
So you guys kind of put that they've got like an additional room. I'm just gonna put the gargle through this on here, and here's the entrance, and then this connects.
This is the glorious artwork of Ordo.
Yeah, this is the glorious artwork of Ordo. Yeah. So, and yeah, so you guys are like, Ordo has drawn on this map and shown like some of these other things on levels 2 and 3. Did you happen to see any signs of where officers were or where barracks were?
I told you.
Yes, Woody. Can you be more descriptive on the map?
I'll start pointing on the map where the barracks that we noticed.
I hand you the femur.
all just like, what have we gotten? Gargle, do you have anything to add to assist?
I don't know. Ordo was, taking pretty diligent maps. In great discrepancy to his healing of the party. So I feel like he was pretty concentrated on this, so I would trust what he found.
Hey, you're alive.
Yes, you are indeed alive. I believe this. Actually, I don't know if that one's right or not. I have to look. I'll try to improve these later. So you guys kind of do you show them the areas that you actually did go to?
Obviously, any section of the is it 3 floors that we ended up going through?
3 floors.
Yeah. I just try to point out where the big congregations that we saw,
how their map that they gave us differs from what's there now.
Okay.
Of course, the location of the slave digging section where we freed the slaves, and the location of the fighting pit. Yeah.
Well, you've definitely earned what we asked you to do with this information. This is very helpful. I think we should adjourn for the evening and meet back tomorrow to finalize plans for the attack. Now that we have this to consider and start bright and fresh in the morning with this new information. Is there anything else that we need to know before we adjourn tonight, gentlemen and Felicia?
I just wanted.
Kiss chimes up and he's like, "Well, I'll stay for the meeting in the morning, but once I'm seeing the threat, I will leave tomorrow as soon as the meeting is done to try to rally some Tritons to also help with the attack once we know when. Isn't that right, cousin?"
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Everyone's just like,
Samuel Jackson would be very proud of that.
Everyone give me perception checks when Gargle says that.
Oh, besides me.
Besides Gargle.
22.
Goalie.
13.
13 by Woody, is that what you said?
Yep.
Ordo.
Natural 20 plus 7.
Goldie.
I got a 18.
All right. Goldie, Ordo, and Felicia all notice that everyone seems just completely taken aback by Gargle's statement, except for Scarin, who stands usually behind Anders, and Lady Blackwood. They both seem to take it very much in stride compared to the rest of the group. At this point, before you go, at this point, Eleander says, "Well, hopefully you're all willing to help us in the final attack when we go back, given your knowledge of the fortress and the entrances and what we're facing. And clearly you are among our best warriors that we have."
Just real quick, why?
Why what, Gargle?
Why should you expect us to go fight your war?
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you're isn't it all of our war at this point? They plan to attack all of us. You're citizens of Saltmarsh just like us now.
No, we're citizens of the sea.
So you're saying you're not willing to help us anymore?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, why do you assume that we're going to help you?
I didn't assume. I asked if you would be willing to help us. You seemed a minute ago, you were talking about how they should all burn in hell, and now you're not willing to help us if we're going to fight them. I'm very confused, God.
I mean, a judge isn't an executioner as well.
Well, obviously, we hope that you're willing to help us, but that is clearly your decision. Hopefully, we do hope you'll come back in the morning so that we can continue to discuss the plans based on what you learned and give us information, and we can discuss more, how you might be able to assist us, or if you won't.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And I leave.
Everyone seems very taken aback. You guys don't need perception check, like by that to see how taken aback everyone is by that when Gargle just ups and leaves. Well, I guess then we're adjourned for the evening.
I just want it on record. Captain Gargle's bravery clearly mentally scarring him. The impact of this island cannot be, diminished.
Okay. So with that, are you guys all taking your leave?
I mean, I'll go slowly, just watching. What's her Lady Blackwood?
She just kind of gets up and strolls out. She kind of gives you a glance, but of a questioning glance of what's going on with your boy. But then she just keeps going and doesn't stop to talk at the moment. So, and with that, you guys head back to the boat.
Yeah. As we walk back to the boat, I tap Woody on the shoulder and tell him, next time don't go over the head so much. They had to get Felicia to help.
Okay.
Gargle's gonna wander the streets for a bit.
Did I happen to see? I guess Gargle left before I did. Never mind.
At this point, like as you're starting to walk back, like everyone else, do you try to slip away, Gargle, or are you just like wandering aimlessly?
No, I'm not trying to like ditch them. I just left, and I'm gonna not because you asked if we were heading back to the ship. So I'm just
okay. Gargle is not head back to the ship. Is anybody going to follow Gargle? Is everybody else?
I'm going to try to follow Gargle real quick because I haven't.
I will this time.
All right. So do you follow closely, or do you just keep your distance and watching?
Well, I'd like to catch up with him to talk to him for just a second.
All right.
I'll follow distantly.
Well, he says he's just wandering, so he shouldn't be hard to catch up to.
Okay.
So,
Gargle, are you okay?
Yeah, never better.
But you're just acting a little different. I just was hoping you weren't going full turbo.
I've never heard that term before.
Okay. Just care about you, buddy, and I know you're a good guy.
Yeah, thanks. That genuinely means a lot. Thank you.
Okay. And I'll just leave it at that.
So do you continue to walk with him, or do you go back at this point, buddy?
I'll just say, I'll ask you, do you want to be left alone right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, if you want to walk, that's fine. It's
Okay.
It's just your streets as much as they are mine. So, but like, you don't need to babysit me.
Well, I'll walk with him for a little while. Not say anything, just walk.
Ordo, do you keep following?
Yeah, keep following.
All right. As you guys kind of wander the streets of Saltmarsh aimlessly, you hear a bit of a ruckus up ahead, and you notice like the three guys that were, Gargle. I guess give me a perception check, Gargle. How paying attention are you?
Probably not much. Was my 11?
Well, even with an 11, you notice like some loud noises in a little side street alley kind of thing, and you see the three idiots that were at the bar earlier pushing around a guy that appears to maybe be like harassing and trying to steal from an older gentleman just in the mouth of an alley. Like you can hear him like, "Give us your money and we'll let you go," and clearly being appear to be robbing this guy.
I'll go over and say, "Hey, leave him alone."
Okay. So Woody, Mind your own business.
I am.
And how is this your business?
I don't like people being bullied.
How far am I at this point from them?
How far behind the group were you?
Well, I was keeping following, but with a little distance. I mean, I was thinking maybe
what's a little
20
distance?
feet or so.
Okay, so then you're 20 feet or so.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would say like Gargle and Woody were probably like 10, 15 feet from these guys that were off the side of the street, and then you're another 20 feet behind, so like 30 feet maybe from those guys. So here, we'll use this again. So so like these three idiots were that's a little big. Let's go. This is the size for my map. But what does Gargle do when he sees this happening?
I mean, I kind of just shout down the alley. If you know what's good for you, you'd listen to him.
What are you going to do about it, fish man?
Leave everyone alone. Go home. You're drunk.
Sure, we'll go as soon as he gives us the money he owes us. I don't owe you any money. I don't even know you.
Are you guys like fishers or something? Because you're about to catch these hands if you don't leave them alone.
So at that point, the two of them like clearly drunk to know better. Like, oh yeah, talk big, little elf. And they two of them start kind of approaching you. The other one's like, "You're not going anywhere." To the old guy.
I didn't follow them.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
follow
they
them.
walking toward you. What do you guys do at this point?
I don't want to hurt you guys. I just want you to leave the old man alone. Everybody can go peacefully on their way.
Only one that's going to get hurt is you, fool. Once you go about your own, keep moving and mind your own business.
Okay.
Question.
I'm going to hit him with a stunning strike.
Okay. So yeah, he's drunk enough that you can get an attack in.
Okay, and so that'll be 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits this guy
for 6 damage, and he's got to make a Constitution saving throw, or be stunned until the end of my next turn.
I'm going to guess
15 is a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm going to guess a 7 does not save.
No.
So yeah, so you hit this move up and hit this first guy and stun him. The other two are like, "What the heck?" And with that, at least you need to roll initiative for the moment.
Okay. And I'll shout at him again, like, "Just leave. Take him while he's still unconscious, kind of, and leave."
All right. But give me a roll.
Okay, 23.
23 for Woody. Gargle, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna participate? Or are you just gonna watch?
I mean, I rolled initiative just because, like, I feel like we will have actions whether or not we're fighting because we're kind of
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
No, you're not with them, Felicia.
Yeah, we didn't go with
What do
them.
you mean? I
You
was
didn't go,
following.
You didn't go. You didn't say you were going. You were
Where did we go?
Yeah, where are we?
I asked.
yeah, only Ordo and Woody said they were following me.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I was like, where else would we go? All right. So
All right, so
I
all right.
He
asked
just went wandering.
I asked if you were going back to the boat or going with Ordo
we're
or Gargle.
definitely not going to the boat. That's for sure. But okay, we'll play out like we went off our own we went our own way.
You're still looking for a bard.
Yes, I was
and-
gonna check other. That's legitimately what I was gonna do along the walk. Is just looking for
Okay,
listening
here-
for music and looking for other late night
Okay.
entertainment.
All right.
And I'll be rolling initiative
Yeah.
2. Let me
Okay.
do that. That's 9.
So Ordo rolled a 9. I'm sorry. What did you roll, Alec?
6.
6. That guy is. That guy. Okay. All right, Woody, you're up first.
I'm going to hold my action and just tell him, look, just go on home. No one needs to get hurt.
So
I'll wait for somebody to swing at me before I.
So you're gonna hold your action?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see, this guy is. So the first guy, well, you send the one, but the next up is the one that was with him. And he's going to pull out a sword and try to attack Woody.
Does he have disadvantage because he's drunk?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Pulling out can be
No.
very inconsistent.
Fine, you can go out. Get out. Get out. Go. So yeah, he's gonna take a swipe at you,
Okay.
and with disadvantage, he's definitely gonna miss.
Okay, I'm going to use Tipsy Sway.
Okay.
So that uses a key point as a reaction to cause the attack to hit another creature of my choice. So I'm going to have him hit his friend there.
That was stunned.
Yes. With his sword attack. Yes.
Okay. So he's gonna do. He's gonna do another 5 damage to that guy. And like, oh, what the heck? You got
Why
my
you
way.
hurting him? Why you hurting him?
Let's slap his face. Please slap his face.
You got in my way. What are you doing? And with that, it is Ordo's turn.
Okay, with that, I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. It's each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point that I choose. I choose around in the middle of those guys, in the middle of the three.
Okay.
They have to make a charisma saving throw, and I'll tell you the effect I'm using.
Okay. So, all right, I got a charisma. You guys don't have much charisma. That guy, I'm gonna guess, with a 6 failed, the 7 failed, but the 17 probably did not.
Okay, the 17 did not, but the 2 that failed, they are indifferent about creatures of my choice that they are hostile toward, which would be us. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again unless the DM rules otherwise. So after casting that and working on those 2, I look at the one that it didn't work on and go, your friends aren't going to help you. Let's just end this now.
Okay. With that, Gargle, it is your turn.
What am I seeing down the alley? Is he continuing to accost this guy? Is he trying to hurt him? What's going on?
The guy in the alley pulled before Ordo cast a spell, pulled his sword, but we're talking like 6 seconds after Ordo, he hasn't put it down or anything, so he has his sword out, but he hasn't reacted otherwise. That you can, I guess you can give me a perception check to see if you think which of the 2 that, if you can tell who was affected by Order spell and who was not.
No, I'm not too concerned about that. I just wanted to know if it looked like if I saw him stab the guy or do anything before we.
He hasn't actually. He is not the only one that's tried to do anything. Is the one that took a swing at Woody and then hit his own friend.
Okay. then I'm gonna just hold my action and say, just go home.
All right. The next one is the one that is stunned, but I guess technically you've had your turn, right, Woody? So, or go, yeah. So, does he have to roll to be not stunned, or is he just not stunned?
No, he's just not stunned.
But he's also been stabbed twice, and he was affected by Gordo's spell. He's like, enough of this, man. Let's just get out of here. And the other two, like seem to these both seem to react. The guy in the alley is the one that was not affected, but yeah, not worth it. He shoves the old guy and then turns to walk away. It turns to walk away after he does it. So they start to, the two that have had their turn start to walk away, and unless you guys do anything,
I'm not going to stop him or anything.
No.
Okay.
Okay, well, the spell will end automatically once they get past 60 feet, so you can decide if they continue on or not.
Yeah, so when they kind of just keep going. They decide it wasn't worth it. So the old guy comes out and goes up to you guys. Oh, thank you so much. Drunk fools, I guess, but thank you for helping me. And he goes up and tries to shake Woody and Gargle's hand, and thank you, kind sirs. You did me a kindness. And with that, he's gonna go on his way.
Okay.
Well, I knew that spell would come in handy one day, boys.
Yeah.
All right. With that, Felicia, did you go? Where did you go? Did you go back to the gosh dang it, I already forgot the name of
Snapping line.
Snapping line, or did you try to go to the other place?
I would certainly go there first, just being as I frequent the place and might recognize or know the talent of the people involved. But if I hear good music along the route, I would certainly stop and
well, the
investigate.
snapping line would have been the closest place where you might
There you
have
go.
heard music.
See, there you
go. And yeah, when you go by this time, there actually does appear to be someone back and playing. You can hear them from outside? Do you go in?
What is that? What is it? What instrument are they playing?
Oh my
god! It sounds like
What's going on?
I don't know what would be
a lute.
No, it's not a lute. It's like a string instrument. Like
a lute, isn't a lute a stringed instrument? It's like one of those funny-looking little guitars.
Is that what a lute is? Okay, that's not what I thought a lute was. Sure, it's a funny-looking little guitar then. Yeah,
yeah, that's a lute. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of, but I didn't think that was what the name of that was.
Yeah, so. It's a common barred instrument just because it's easy to carry and pack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they're playing, and he seems to be singing folksy. I guess you could call it singing. It's more like telling story kind of.
Do
thing.
I know him?
So when you pop in, and yeah, it seems like don't know him necessarily, but you've seen him.
Okay. Do I think highly of him? Better question. Do I like him? Do I think he has talent?
Where's this going?
I have no idea where this is going. Seeing as you show no interest the entire game in any sort of bar.
I pay attention to tavern folk.
You're Felicia. I'm going to say, unless he's exceptional, no. And he's just like an average musician. So, no, you're not impressed.
Okay. No thanks. I look around to see if I recognize any others.
My general opinion on that is going to be you're never impressed. Because you're Felicia. So.
No, I mean, I set the bar high for certain.
So, no, I mean, for a small town, yeah, he's pretty good, but he's not world renowned. No, there's not.
Well, I'm not looking for. I don't know, Sting or a Prince here.
Daryl Hall.
There you go. Yeah, right.
This guy's name's Dylan Bob. This is
Dylan Bob.
Dylan Bob.
Well played. Well played.
It's a banjo.
I ask at the bar if there's anyone in town that I should be knowing about.
So you go up to the bar, and Hannah, who's the owner here, is like, "What? You don't like Dylan? He's our most popular one."
Really? That guy?
Him?
Really?
He must be really funny or
For
something.
him.
Yeah. All right. I'll ask if there's any. Is there anyone else in town, or is it just?
Well, I mean, there's some others, but yes, there's others, but I don't know if anyone else is playing anywhere tonight.
I'll order a drink and hang out for a little bit. And wait till he has a set break.
All right, so yes, he brings you a drink, and after
Can I roll my perception of his ability? I don't know.
Sure, you roll a perception.
Let's see. My perception is a 17.
So your perception is like he's a little folksy for your taste. Like his voice isn't all that great, but like
But how does the crowd respond to him?
But the crowd seems captivated, and he's
Okay.
His words and his lyrics are really, really good and
Right.
very thought provoking. But he's not necessarily the greatest singer.
So vocal skill, but storytelling.
Yes. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, Dylan Bob is a very good storyteller, but not necessarily the greatest singer.
All right.
And yeah, so you sit there for like 20 minutes or so. I assume Goldie is with you, drinking ridiculous amounts of ale. And he goes to take a break.
All right, so I make sure I go up and tip I don't know if he has his loot case open.
He has his loot case, yes.
Drop a gold.
$2 bills.
Drop a gold in there and say, what is that? What the fuck? Bob. Dylan Bob.
Dylan. His name's Dylan Bob.
I was wondering if I could perchance pay you a fee as a patron to have you craft a song for me.
Sure, I guess. I mean, I prefer to be have something inspire me. I find it's much harder if it's not if I try to force something as opposed to being inspired. But
well, let me see if I can tell you a story. And I drop another gold coin into his case. That's inspiring.
Okay.
So
I'm certainly always one to. So he kind of goes over to a table where he's been kind of next to the stage, and he kind of sits down and pulls out a notepad. And he's like, "Yes, relate this story to me."
So I basically tell him the story. Holy crap! Let me tell you, a ship set sail from
I'm scared now.
We'll do this. We'll put Felicia on the problem.
So
the weather started getting rough.
I want to tell you about an incredible captain, seafaring leader who has freed slaves, journeyed far, and through the strength of his own goodness has saved many lives. And let me tell you of the
quite the inspiration here.
Yes, let me tell you of the battle of, and what's the stupid island called? I don't remember what it's called.
Which one?
The place, the castle we went to, the fortress had a name, right?
Well, it used to be like the Lizard Folk Lair or whatever. It's just a Sahagin fortress now.
But what was the island? Wasn't there a name for the
Was there a name?
land?
No.
Fucking hell, man! Give me a break. There's no name. They didn't name the island. They didn't. Nobody's named this place that we went to.
Let me pull the map back up.
The island's name was Ted.
I mean, friggin' A.
Some call it
The swamp island of the
This is
river.
what I got.
Some call me Tim.
Sahagin Fortress. That's what I got.
Unbelievable. The battle. Let me tell you about the battle of the Lizard Folk Lair.
Lizard Folk Lair. There you go. Yeah.
And I just basically give a very exciting retelling of the ups and downs. I
wish I could be there to help.
Highlighting, of course, the bravery of Gargle as a leader and the sacrifices he made to make sure that the slaves were freed and that we all escaped with our lives.
Okay, Goldie, what are you? Are you just sitting at the bar during this, or did you go participate and listen to this?
Oh, I'm just like, I mean, I'm just like shaking my head and just drinking my ale.
Do you want me to roll any kind of a check on this?
Oh, I need a let's see, what kind of check is this?
I don't know if this is persuasion, performance.
Well, you're trying to tell a story, so you're gonna have to do a performance here to convince him that like this is a real this is a story that's you're gonna have to sell him on this. So I guess
All right, I got a 17.
All right, now give me a persuasion.
Persuasion.
Awesome.
Pistol blue persuasion. That's gonna be much better. That's a 23.
Oh yeah, he's enthralled. He seems very enthralled by this. This is amazing. He's taking like notes and stuff, and he's like, "Wow, what a tremendous story you're telling me!" And this
and his name was Gargle These Nuts.
And at that point, he like, no, really.
The one and only.
Wait. You mean like the famous warrior that they've sung songs about? Dragon?
Son, yes, sired by Dragon.
Dragon These Nuts? Oh my god! His father helped save my parents' village years ago. Like,
and what I'm hoping you could create a ballad worthy of this tale, worthy of this person, and sing it far and wide across our town.
He's like, say no more, and give me one more persuasion check here if you're doing this.
Grandson of draining these nuts.
That's a 19.
Oh yeah, he's like, no money for this. You've truly inspired me. I must tell this story. And he's just like frantically writing down on his notepad and like just scribbling, and like he just like zones out to where he's not even paying attention that you're there anymore.
No, it's fine. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I needed. I'm done.
All right. At this point, is anybody headed back to the boat? Or
I'm fine to head back to the boat.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll follow.
Are you still wandering town?
Yeah.
All right.
I will tell Gargle that, life can be rough, but there's good things out there. And don't let it get you too down. And I'll leave you alone to your thoughts for a little while.
And I ask Gargle, have you lost your hope, Gargle?
I don't need you proselytizing to me right now.
Just a question.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out, I guess.
So as you guys are getting ready to leave Gargle, you hear some more voices coming down the street in a celebratory mood, and they come around, and Gargle, not really paying attention, but, yo, man, what a great night. And they instantly, like, when they see Gargle, my man! And it is Kronk and Crush, his surfing buddies. And they come running up to you, Gargle. Gargle, where you been, man? You've been missing out on some killer waves lately. What's up?
Yeah, I don't mean to, like, mellow the buzz, but I was off discovering what slavery is.
Oh, talk about killing the vibe, man. You just need to catch some waves with us, man, and then you'll be back on top.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Come out to us with us tomorrow, man. The wind should be perfect. It'll be awesome. We'll see you around, Gargle. Yeah, man. You gotta hang some waves with us. It's been too long. And they keep wandering down the street after that. So. All right. Anything else you guys would like to accomplish this evening? At this point, Gargle wanders for however long he wanders without further interruptions of his musings. And, yeah, and 10 till. I mean, you guys got anything else you want to try to accomplish first thing the next morning, or?
So I don't see anything else while I'm walking around.
Nope, that was it.
Okay.
Don't everyone talk at once.
Well,
Yeah, no, I don't have anything to do other than make sure that all those other lizard folk, I send them to the temple to figure out what they're
Well,
going to do next.
they gathered with the other, like they knew the other two lizard folk that were here as part of the war council because they were part of that same colony. So they went with them. So yeah, so you didn't have to worry about them. And then Borges went with the other Lacanth that was here as part of the thing. And then Kits was going to stay with you guys and then head out tomorrow after the council meeting to try to gather some Tritons to help.
Then I'm good.
Is the place that we go, the bar, is it open in the morning?
Not like first thing. Well, yeah, because they have rooms upstairs. So yeah, they're open for breakfast and stuff.
Would Allie
no way. She's not working like morning and night shifts.
All right. I would like to take off earlier in the morning.
Okay.
And I want to go back to Allie's house. Is that possible?
You do remember that she threatened your life if you bothered her again.
Yeah.
Not bother her like in public, right?
Well, I still want to talk to her about the stuff that we've talked about in the past.
Okay, so you're going to try to do that. She told you, I believe her instructions were, "I'll find you, don't find me." So.
All right. So, but yeah, I want to go to the bar then because I need to talk to her. I want to at least check up what's going on.
So when you get to the bar, she is not there in the first thing in the morning.
So I go up to the bar, and who's behind the bar?
Patty is behind the bar. He's one of the cooks.
Okay. I order a drink, be cordial, and I just want to ask if Allie's around.
Allie works the evenings.
Okay. And then I want to leave her a message that I'm looking for her.
He seems dubious, but what's the message?
That that I need to talk to her.
Fine.
So I finish my drink. I leave double the amount of the cost of the drink. And I leave.
Okay. Anybody else going to try to accomplish anything before the council meets again late in the morning to discuss plans?
Well, if there's time and it's open, I'd like to go to the store to check on my my rod.
Huh? Say it again. Sorry, what?
Your rod?
Yes, my unmovable rod.
All right. Is anyone else going to the magic shop with Woody?
I'll tag along.
You want to be able to take your rod off?
Let me take it to the magic shop. I'm going. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll go.
Gargle, did you ever even return to the ship, or did you wander all night?
Yeah, I probably wandered all night.
Okay. So, are you still just wandering, or did you meet back up with the group in the morning?
No, I have not met up with them yet.
Okay. So, everyone is at the magic shop except for Gargle.
Yep.
All right. So, when you go in, Captain Zindros, as always, is in there, and she's like, some of my best customers. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. What can I do? And Felicia, what can I do for you?
Hey, Captain. You happen to have my rod in?
I'm afraid not, Woody. It is not around.
It's not in.
I have no rod for you.
Oh,
It's
I
not
don't
in yet.
feel it. I don't feel it at least.
Yeah.
Definitely not in.
it.
Okay,
Now the rod's in.
I'll try again in a little bit.
Do you have healing potions?
As a matter of fact, I do. We had quite a shipment come in just yesterday. I have a potion of greater healing, a potion of superior healing, and a potion of supreme healing, Orno.
How much?
Well, the greater healing is 300 gold. The superior is 2,500 gold. And the supreme is 25,000 gold.
Well, I would get the supreme, but instead, I'll get the 300 gold one.
Excellent, excellent. Is there anything else you're looking for?
Well, do you have any of the cheaper regular healing potions?
I'm afraid not. Just those three came in.
What else do you have?
That's
today?
my question. Yes.
Yeah,
What's
that.
come in lately? What's in stock?
All right. I have a potion of clairvoyance, which basically allows you to. It's basically casting the clairvoyance spell, only it's via a potion. That is rare, so that is 2,500. A potion of cloud giant strength, which is very rare, and it's 25,000. A wand of web, which requires attunement but allows you to cast the web spell, which is
How
uncommon.
often?
It only does it is 300 gold, and a wand of magic missiles.
How often can you cast the web spell? Or is it one and done kind of thing?
It is. Let me pull it up again. I believe it's got 7 charges.
Charges and then recharges.
Yeah.
1d4 or whatever on a
Yeah.
day.
At the end of the day. Yeah, every day. And it is, like I said, it is it requires attunement. So it takes one of your 3 attunement spots if you were to get it. Get back to it. But yeah, let's see where
I tap you on the shoulder, Felicia, and hand you that potion of greater healing.
Splendid.
on the web. Yeah, 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges and cast a spell. Wand regains 1d6 plus 1 daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20, and on 1 it crumbles to ash and is destroyed. So that is what the wand of web.
Okay. And how much is that one?
300.
I'll take it.
Okay. And then there is also a wand of magic missiles that does not require attunement. That is there.
Not everybody can use a wand, right?
But that's a spell I already know.
No. I know. I'm just telling you it's there. Yeah. Woody already has one of those already.
Can anybody use a wand?
Yep.
Oh. And you don't have to attune to it?
Not the wand of magic missiles, no. You have to tune to the wand of web, but you don't.
Think of it like a gun.
No, can I? All right. How much is it?
300.
I'll take it.
All right. Excellent. Now, since you seem to be quite the adventurers and have been excellent customers, I would like to mention something. If you were to ever come across, I've been looking for something for a long time.
Is it a Warhammer?
We got those.
No,
I left them on the table.
Something. Yeah, you don't have those anymore.
You didn't even pick them up. I love it. You just like dumped them.
I told them they could arm the troops with them.
Oh my god, I love it.
So yeah, so she's like, no, something a little more hard to find than just your average Warhammer.
A +1 Warhammer.
So she just like turns away from Woody to the rest of you and keeps talking like she didn't hear that. Like, no, it's called an apparatus of Qualish. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Don't even know that I could write it.
The hell is that?
It's like a mini submarine.
Okay.
So, yes, if you were to stumble across one, I would be quite interested in making a deal with you for it. Just, if you happen to come across one in your adventures.
Yeah.
Would you purchase a bag of holding?
A bag of holding? That depends. If you've been keeping
how much-
corpses in it.
No.
Well,
Does
certainly.
it have any hammers?
I would certainly purchase a bag of holding.
I will pay you more than what she pays you for a bag of holding, just in case I ever decided to put it inside of my bag of holding.
Well, let's see how much she would charge then, and then I'll know.
Well, she's going to pay less than what you would buy it for, because she has to sell it. So
I have nothing in front of me. I don't know what it sells or buys
well,
for.
that's what I just got to look to remember what for sure. Make sure what its actual rarity is.
You're selling a bag of holding?
I don't know why you're selling a bag of holding. You have a ton of crap in that bag of holding.
Not really. I sold most of it. No one gives me anything to put in it. So
It is
besides
a common
him
item,
having two.
Got all your bones and stuff in there, don't you?
which means she would pay you. Well, you guys put a whole bunch of treasure in it because Woody's bag would not have carried all of it when you guys found the treasure in the last place. But because with all the warhammers and stuff, he would not have been able to carry all that. But it is. She would only give you 150 gold for it.
And Woody?
I'll match her price.
Well, then why should I sell it to you over her?
Well, because we've been
Because he's your friend.
On your team.
getting our asses kicked on.
You're a religious fiend.
You just gave Felicia a 300 gold potion. When you won't match prices.
I'll give you 175 for it.
Deal.
I don't even have one.
All right, gold.
I hand him the bag of holding for 175, and it's going to the temple Tycon fund.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, it has 5 bolts of silk, a map of seaweed, papers on chemicals, a skull, keys of a captain,
You sold everything.
jeweled belt,
Can you
studded leather, sturdy boots.
All right, you save that list because I'm going to inquire later.
Just email it to him or
I think
something.
the bulk silk will be something worth selling, but
Oh shoot! All right, so I gave you $1.70, $1.75.
Okay. All right.
So,
Are you guys done with
Captain,
the magic
what else
stuff?
do you have? Anything else?
That was the full list.
Okay,
That was everything.
so 2 wands and 3 potions.
2 wands, 3 healing potions, a potion of clairvoyance.
Oh
and
yeah, the 2
and a
other.
potion of cloud giant strength.
Yep.
So
Are you guys all set?
yeah, I think so.
Can we rewind a little bit to the end of towards the end of my night while I'm walking around?
Sure.
All right. So like as the night goes on, I think he would start kind of like looking, not like policing the streets, but like looking for something to kind of sway him in one direction or another, like looking for something. Like I start going down like the seedier alleys and stuff, like looking for something that he finds especially, I guess, evil or like, or bad to kind of like prove whether or not he is right in his thoughts.
So, given that it's 10 o'clock, at least on this night, Gargle didn't find anything. So, nothing worse than what he had already stumbled across in terms of the town was pretty dead.
Okay.
So, and with that, I think we'll leave it there, and we will pick up next week with you guys still probably having downtime and everything else. So
Yeah.
we will.
So I've got
That did not
Fuck
go
yourself.
anywhere close to the direction I thought it was going to tonight, but that's okay.
Never plan as a DM.
No. So, all right. Yeah. So with that, I want to thank Gordon and Kenneth and Chaos and Dwayne for all hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it. And yeah, we will be back next week with more, as far as I know, at least, we'll be back next week with more Ghosts of Saltmarsh. So thanks, everybody. We will catch you later.
See ya.
Yeah.